I almost took a knee and started crying for your poor wife on the floor with saran wrap, wrapping a piece of furniture. Man, it just looked like an undertaking. At this age, do you really want to be rapping?
Bro, it's such a great question. But believe it or not, something you said really made a difference with her. So I put on gloves, I'm just tossing books and lamps, and people are waiting going, look at this guy, DIY and everything. So, but this is the deal. You go, oh man, I feel like everybody should throw all their shit out every 5 years like a cleansing. Oh, bro, it feels, I can't say it's enough to listen. It feels so good. You start getting crazy. At one point, I would have been like, take my daughter, take her too. You know, like, I got rid of all my notebooks. Every joke I ever wrote, I had a big box of them. No, here you go, bro. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your first set, okay? I know you're saving it for the documentary they're going to make when you die, but other than that, nobody gives a... What's up, guys? Thanks, of course, for watching the Pete and Sebastian Show, but just wanted to remind you, every Tuesday on the Pete and Sebastian Patreon channel, we go live at 8:30 East Coast time for Loose Ends. We take tons of phone calls. We've been building relationships, like my boy Mike, who lives on a houseboat out in Vancouver, or my boy DC, who never wants to do video, only audio, and just fills us in on things we may have said right or wrong on the cast and the Loose Ends prior to that. We got a lot going on. We're doing skits and so much more, all for $5 a month, and one extra Pete and Sebastian show too. So, honestly though, I say and do things on Loose Ends that I won't do anywhere else. It's a little club, and you should think about being a part of it, because it is growing. See you there.
This episode is brought to you by PrizePicks. You and I make decisions every day, but on PrizePicks, being right can get you paid, baby. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on PrizePicks, where it's good to be right. Guys, football season is coming up, so time to have some fun being right. Maybe it's taking Saquon Barkley for more or less than one rushing TD, or Joe Burrows to have less than 2.5 passing TDs, or even Josh Allen to have more than 270 pass yards, which he will. Guys, football is about having fun, so let's have some fun. PrizePicks is also the best way to get action on sports in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. PrizePicks is the best way to win cash this football season. Which players are going off? Which ones aren't? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash all season long on PrizePicks. So download the app today and use the code THECAST to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code THECAST to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be right, baby.
This is the Pete and Sebastian Show with Pete Correale and Sebastian Maniscalco.
Okay, welcome to the Pete and Sebastian Show. Pete Correale, Sebastian Maniscalco. If you have never, ever listened to us before, it's a show that chronicles our life, personally and professionally. It's hilarious, yeah. And we got a lot to go over. I mean, what's been going on at your house is truly... I mean, I don't even know where to start, bro. You are... let me just announce it to the group. If you haven't heard, Pete Correale has sold his home in Fredonia and is moving. Do you want to tell people where you're moving?
This is the official announcement. I've dabbled, like you see a video of me here and now. I'm moving to PITTSFORD, New York, in the Rochester, New York, city of Rochester.
All right.
Very excited.
Okay. Now, the move came a little bit of a surprise to me because we didn't talk about this off air. You never mentioned to me on the tour. I just thought Fredonia was going to be a place that you were going to be until Sadie went to school. Next thing you know, I get a text from you with the house that you just bought in Rochester, and there's a move in place. So, I mean, where did this come from, bro?
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I told you it was interesting where you were at, which I'm not going to say. But on tour, I was complaining here and there about things back home, as you know, and like it was like it all kind of hit a boiling point. There's so much, bro. I don't know how much I can share on the cast and how much off. Right, like gonna miss this town. Loved raising my daughter here up until this point. Teachers are great. People are great. I was getting, bro. See again. This is supposed to be a funny show. I was getting complacent. I felt like I was at a point in my life. I'm living in a small town. I'm writing my jokes in the garage. I go on the road when I want. I cannot if I don't. Having fun doing the cast. And I'm like, I even to the whole family, like, I feel like we all need to be challenged a little bit more. One more go round. Let's get at it. You know what I mean? So let's go somewhere else and start fresh. And you know, I'm not ready to go out to graze yet, baby. That's why when I texted you, I'm like, I feel alive. My house is a mess. I got boxes everywhere. I got 2 pod storages thing, like I decided to pack myself. So it's complete chaos right now, but I'm alive, bro. Does that make any sense?
All right, so you're alive. There's complete chaos. Can you tell us?
All right, that didn't hit.
No, and I don't know what you're thinking here, listening to this. And obviously, I'm supportive of you moving out of Fredonia. I haven't been a fan. Obviously, it's for selfish reasons, because when you left Los Angeles, I felt like it was a miss because you moved, but then you moved to Fredonia. Fredonia, you're doing out there? I might as well buy a gravesite. So,
oh, wow, man, it's like you're dating a girl that everyone says is cool, and then you dump her, and they go, well, let me tell you about that.
I mean, come on. I've hit, you know, like, anytime you say I live in Fredonia, right, you have to, and I know what you were doing. You said Fredonia. Nah, it's a little quaint town. You had to almost justify where you were living. You know what? When you say New York City, you don't go, yeah, because of the energy, the pizza. It stands alone. But with Fredonia, there came a side note to promote.
Right. Well, listen. Where I'm moving, I still feel like is going to be followed by a big fat why.
That's what I wanted to like. You go, yeah, we need a challenge. We got to get out of Fredonia, Rochester. I mean, it's like, isn't it the same thing?
I meant a challenge, like, you know, a new environment. I didn't mean like the city itself is going to challenge me, you know. But I know, but like, where would you say, let me ask you that, where would you say where if I said here, you'd go, oh yeah, that makes sense, LA, New York, Austin?
Well, I know you were dabbling with Austin, and so was I. I felt like if you said to me, oh, Austin, I go, oh, okay, that makes sense. Pete's an outdoorsman, got a lot of hiking there. There's a lake. He loves the lake. He'll be up on the lake.
Right.
And then it's got like a comedy scene there. It's centrally located because if you do tour a lot, you could bounce around from city to city and not have it be such a long flight. So that, to me, I thought, okay, that makes sense. But when I heard Rochester, and I'm not on your move, but I think it warrants a discussion. And listen, I know you say, oh, this is a comedy podcast. Comedy comes out of the serious topics that we talk about. Yeah. So
no, I know. It's impossible not to be fun.
Yeah, it's just going to happen on its own.
Right.
But give us a kind of, paint us a picture. You know, you got the whole globe, you got the globe, you got the map. How do we point our finger at Rochester?
Well, I want to do the Austin thing for a second, and I think nothing sums up my reason not to do Austin more than, I don't know if you saw John. Again, head of security when you're on the road, for the listeners out there, and a wonderful man, dear friend of yours, and a good friend of mine now too. But there was a video of him carrying his dog. Did you see that on Instagram? At noon, telling his boy, we took them out too late in the day. Noon is too late. It's so f***ing hot. You got to carry your pet when you take it for a walk. You take it for a carry, okay? So I'm an outdoorsman, but I don't want to do my outdoor activity at 4:30 in the morning before the sun comes up, okay? And I don't get it. I mean, I get it, like, LA's, I can't call it a regret, but boy, oh boy, what could that cast have become? What could that cast have become? I will say that. But outside of that, I mean, what matter? The comedy scene? Wait, so Joe Rogan can watch me do 10 minutes and tell me if I'm funny or not? Is that the comedy scene? I don't know any of those kids, okay? I don't know any of those little boys and girls out there doing the new type of stand-up. It doesn't mean anything to me. There's a comedy club where I'm moving. That, in and of itself, makes it a comedy scene. Because that's where I'll be working out.
Okay, so...
Good to see you working out the other day, by the way. I missed that. Saw you with Bobby Lee in the...
Yeah, it was nice to go. Nice to go there and see some of the guys that came up with. But I feel like you deviated from my question.
I think I answered it by saying, why not Austin?
Well, you didn't give me the reason why Rochester. What's you know?
The biggest reason is I'm an hour and 50 minutes from here. My in-laws are still here, and it's really hard to leave them. You know what I mean? And I had to make a compromise. Of course, I can't just travel across the country, especially as they get older and older. And then, second of all, Jackie has friends there. Sadie has a friend there, but that's just happenstance. The school, I loved when I found out about the school system. I really got into that stuff, and it matters to me. And it's got a lot of opportunity. And then, then you just start playing it out. The comedy club is 10 minutes from my house, and Mark, the owner of Comedy at the Carlson's, a great guy. I already talked to him. He's like, dude, we're going to name the small room the Pete Room. I mean, we're joking, but the point is, it'll be nice to work out on a daily basis again. So that kind of stuff. I'm not ready to just, go. I feel like I'm better stand-up comic than ever. I feel good. I feel young. And I just like, there's more opportunity, bro. Somebody texted me, yo, you're right. There's 4 Walmarts and 15 Tim Hortons. And I'm like, hey, look, Google Pittsford, all right? Those are all on the outskirts. But I'm not moving there for more Walmarts. So that's even the hotel. If you come visit me and somebody wants to stay with me, there's a couple nice inns right there. I don't gotta go. You might want to bring your own sleeping bag. What? I love my house though. Beautiful house here. Sorry to leave it. Hey guys, just a little side disclaimer. I know there's a lot of people that listen to this cast that live in Fredonia and around the area, and we were just having some laughs, talking about moving and whatnot. But at the end of the day, I had the time of my life living out here in this town. I would not want to have raised my daughter anywhere else than among these people. This small town, it's really hard to leave. It's hard to leave the people, hard to leave the house, hard to leave the community. And anyone who listens is from Fredonia. I please don't think it's like I'm leaving because I don't love this town, because I do love this town. And man, did I have a good time. So that's it. Back to the cast. And by the way, Pittsford, New York, here I come, baby. Get your shit together, because if it's not, it's going to be discussed on the cast.
This episode is brought to you by PrizePicks. You and I make decisions every day, guys, but on PrizePicks, being right can get you paid. So don't miss any of the excitement this season on PrizePicks, where it's good to be right. Guys, football season is coming up, so time to have some fun being right. Maybe it's taking Brock Purdy for less than 1 rushing TD, or Aaron Rodgers to have less than 2.5 passing TDs, which he won't have that much because he was on the Jets last year and I know what he's capable of, or even Josh Allen to have more than 45 rushing yards. Ooh, that's a lot even for Josh. The game is making decisions and watching the fun begin. PrizePicks is simple to play. It's really simple. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 players stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. PrizePicks is also the best way to get action on sports in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. PrizePicks is the best way to win cash this football season. Which players are going off, which ones aren't. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash all season long on PrizePicks. This is so great, guys. You can bet how many yards Josh Allen is going to have. So whether they win the game or not, you got money on one simple fact of the game. So fun. So download the app today and use the code THECAST to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code THECAST to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be right, baby. Good to be right.
I think, listen, I don't know if I could say this on air. This might be an edit. I think you could have got more for the house simply on the fact that there's a shrine that you're sitting in right now that people could, I mean,
it's the room I'm in. I put up all this padded soundproof years ago for the cast, and I said to the realtor when she was coming, she's like, I go, should I take that down? Or like, what do you think? She goes, it is what it is. The buyer can decide. And then I sent it to you. The buyer had a nice note to say apparently they really like the house, which means a lot to me. And fan of the cast. The man is a fan of the cast, so he's literally going to be like hanging out in the room where this thing really took off and got its legs. Yeah. Unbelievable.
It's an extra $75,000 to the purchase price.
Yeah, man. Sold in a day. 3 people looked at it. 3 offers. Boom, boom, boom. One day, like boom.
Did we have a bidding war?
It was well. I don't know what I can say here, but I'm just saying there was an appreciation for the home that I appreciated, and I'm glad to see that it's seemingly going in the hands of someone that's going to love it as much as I did. Makes me very happy. Things a lot, and then. It's the last thing I'll say about it. Sadie, two days ago, she goes, Mom and Dad, I wrote my first song. I'd like to play it for you guys finally, right? I'm like, holy shit, she's finally put the piano, like, even has an intro and stuff. And it's called This Old House. Dude, she starts playing this thing. And it's like, this old house. I play in the driveway with my dad when it would get, then we'd lay on the driveway in the sun, like all these memories, but like making them rhyme. And then the chorus, this house is filled with a lot of this, a lot of that, a lot of I love yous. And then at the very end, she goes, but this, and it rhymes, she goes, but this old house, and the chorus, she goes, will always be mine. And now Jackie's part Russian, so she's pretty hardened. I'm fucking... I'm already a mess crying. I look over, the song ends, Jackie cries. I haven't seen her cried since my parents passed. And I'm like, holy shit. She hugs Sadie and we're all crying. And Sadie's looking at us like, I think she finally understood the power of fucking live entertainment. I mean, you saw Mr. Sebastian at the Garden. This is what it's about. Eh? I mean,
did you, after the song, did you call the buyer and go, I can't sell it?
I said to Jackie, get the shits out of the pot, put it back in the house. That's what I did say. I go get it all, put it back. So, yeah, it was a good moment.
I want to talk about the process of moving. And I saw the videos, and it's hard for me to ask this question as a neutral without putting any of my feelings behind it, but just for the cast listeners, can you explain moving yourself at this age?
Now, well, believe it or not, your video back. Go ahead. I sent you a. Go ahead. What are you saying? It's crazy.
Listen. It's like it. You know what? You reach a point in your life where you're like, you don't ask your wife to take you to the airport. You just get a car, right?
Yeah. Oh,
you just get. Same thing with moving.
It's a great line. That's a great line. She just rolls over one day to a note instead of your face with the keys going, baby, you got to take me now. Right? You can sleep in the car on the way there. Oh, shit. That's it. You say I should have just yeah.
I saw. Listen, the video you posted yesterday. I almost took a knee and started crying for your poor wife, fucking on the floor with Saran wrapping a piece of furniture. It just looked like an undertaking. At this age, do you really want to be rapping?
Bro, it's such a great question. But believe it or not, something you said really made a difference with her. And I want to tell the listeners, I had sent Sebastian a video the other day, just a private video, showing him my situation, going, holy shit. And then he sent me a video back. And in your video, I was showing him how I was throwing garbage out. We have a big green bin, and we're throwing stuff into the bin that I'm hauling off to the dump. And when I get to the dump, like everyone else that hauls trash, these guys press a button and then machine goes and it slides out. I don't have that, and I don't want to hold everybody up, so I put on gloves. I'm just tossing books and lamps and shit into the fucking pit behind me, and people are waiting going, Jesus Christ, look at this guy. DIY and everything. So, but this is the deal. You said in the video, you go, oh man, I feel like everybody should throw all their shit out every 5 years, like a cleansing. And Jackie was like, she's been repeating that. She's like, oh, a friend of Pete's said that, you know, it's like a cleansing, and I really feel that's what it is. And the reason I did this, first of all, I have movers coming tomorrow. I have 4 guys, and for 4 hours, they're going to move all these boxes, and they're going to put them all in these pods, everything. And then when I get to where I'm going, when they drop the pods off next week, those guys are going to come the next day and unload all that shit, piano, and put it away. I am boxing it and packing it, which was fucking madness.
I thought you were moving, like, I thought you were telling Jackie, all right, just put it on an angle, we'll get it through the... So you're boxing plates and forks and clothing and all that stuff, and somebody else is going to take it. Explain to the listeners if they don't know, because I don't really know. I've seen these things. The pod opposed to a moving truck. What is the difference?
Okay. The moving truck guy, I called them, and they wanted me, they took my phone, so annoying, and we FaceTimed. The guy's name was Kev. And then we went room to room, and he's like, just show me, okay, you got one chair in there, one thing in there, okay. And then after I go for every room, he sends me an email 2 hours later with a bill to pack it all, right? I can't even tell you what it was. Well, I won't. But anyway, so, which was whatever, fine. But then I said to Jackie, I go, listen, the house we're moving to is much smaller, okay? More money, but smaller. And then after that, it's going to be just me and you when Sadie goes to college, and we want to go even smaller, but like cool. Like, so I go, so we're going scaling down. I go, let's throw this shit out. I go, what are we going to do? We're going to hire guys to pack. It's not like I'm going to go right at a coffee shop and you're going to go fucking run. You're going to be standing there going, I'll put that over there. Okay, box that. I don't know yet about that. It's going to be, you may as well just do it yourself. That's what I was thinking. But we went on vacation. Yeah.
Let me throw something out at you, and I don't know the process of moving in regards to this, but do you throw out before you pack, or do you pack everything, get it there, and then you start weeding shit out that you don't think you need? What's your take?
You know what? I said to Jackie, should we just do it when we get there? She's like, why? We don't even know the setup there. Why haul it all the way there? So we put like I said, that green army bin out on the driveway. Oh, bro, it feels, I can't say this enough to listeners. It feels so good. You start getting crazy, tossing shit. Fuck at that. At one point, I would have been like, take my daughter, take her too. You know, like, I got rid of all my notebooks. Every joke I ever wrote, I had a big box of them. No. Here you go, bro. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your fucking joke books. Nobody cares about your first set. Okay? I know you're saving it for the documentary they're going to make when you die. But other than that, nobody gives a fuck.
I mean, to me, hearing that, I don't think I would say that was that's actually the first thing you said to me that you threw out. Not like an old blender. You threw out your entire catalog of everything you wrote down. Don't you think it's good to have that? Maybe go back and look and go, oh, you know what? Maybe I could develop this a little bit more. None of that.
But like I haven't, like I haven't in 10 years. Like I haven't. I don't go back. I go forward. I go forward. You go forward too. By the way, I know that for a fact from watching you and see how you perform and evolve. And I'm telling you about those to say how heavy it got. Yeah, mops and brooms and shirts got thrown out, but it got. My wardrobe, Jackie, she comes out at one point and she goes, Guy, do you have any clothes left? That's what she yelled to me. I'm in the garage. I go, baby, if I don't wear it, it's gone. It's gone. So like I got like nothing. I could pack my entire wardrobe in a fucking duffel bag. Jesus Christ. Right? Tom Rhodes has nothing on me. He's a comic, folks. Famously lives off the road. Hilarious guy.
Yeah, he is funny. So I'm taking, by the way you're explaining everything, you are more throw it out and Jackie's more sentimental. Oh, we should keep this. Or is she the same as you?
Well, no, she was starting to, and I got her on board now. Like she started doing piles. Like Karen might want this. Is Karen standing behind you? Then I don't give, like, it's gone, you know? At one point she had these furry flip-flops that she wore like twice. So-and-so want these. I mean, Sadie's like, Mom, nobody wants your furry flip-flop. You're right. What am I doing? Throw it. So it's been nice. It's been nice to peel down. I mean, I saw a lady on one of them Today morning shows, and she said, rule of thumb, if you haven't used it or worn it in 5 years, toss it.
Yeah, no, you inspired me over here to actually go through, because we're redoing our kitchen and we got a bunch of stuff we took everything from the kitchen, moved it into the garage while we're redoing it. And I want to go through everything in there and just like start throwing stuff out that, like, and I don't know if you saw this when you were unpacking your kitchen or like there's stuff that, like there's a food processor. That seems to be something that's a good idea when you buy it. Next thing you know, it ends up in a cabinet somewhere. And, you're like, what the fuck? When's the last time we made a panini in the panini grill?
I know, but don't you feel like you throw that out and the next day your daughter's going to walk in and go, can I have a panini? I have one at Cindy's house. I love, oh, shit.
I know. That's why I think we hang on to these things, because you think the next day someone's going to get up and go, could you vacuum seal my steak? Like I got a vacuum sealer that I thought was, I'm gonna I'm gonna buy meat and then seal it, put it in the freezer. It's gonna be a fucking thing. I can't even find it. I don't even know where it is. Right? Do you know who uses a vacuum sealer?
Oh yeah. John Petrelli, I would imagine. I wouldn't even have to guess twice.
Oh my God, that's all this guy's doing is just meat coming out of a sealer.
Oh, well, I'll tell you right, if he walks his dog after 2, he's going to be vacuum sealing the dog too. I'll tell you, shit. Fucking heat out there. He tries to walk like it's not hot. He's doing a walk like it's not 200.
I want to talk about this. I'm going to get your take on this.
Yeah.
You got the same dog I got.
He got the same dog you got?
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I thought that dog looked familiar when I saw it.
What is your take? on a friend getting a dog, right? And then you get the same dog that I get. I ain't saying.
Nah, that's and that's a very close friend too. It's like it's too. Yeah, I mean, I would say nah. Like my buddy Larry had a pug. If Jackie said, "Want to get a pug?" I'd be like, "Larry's got a pug. We get a pug. He's gonna think we got a pug because he's got a pug."
I feel like it's like a name. Like you're gonna name your kid and go, I had an ex-girlfriend that was named Sarah. I'm not gonna name my kid Sarah. I feel like the same thing with a dog, right? You want to get a dog, you're like, so and so's got the same dog down the street. I don't want the same dog.
Right?
I'm sorry.
No,
Listen, when you get a dog, do you own the breed amongst your friends?
I think outside of a German Shepherd, that's open game for anyone because it's such a guard dog. But yeah, I mean, with these little boutique breeds going on now, come on. It's like if I wanted to get the shrimp scampi and you're right next to me and you just ordered the shrimp scampi, in my head, I'm like, now I got to get a steak. Right? That's what I feel. I'm not going to go, I'll have what he's having. What is this? When Harry met Sally? Get the fuck out of here. You can't. Oh yeah, so I have a problem with that.
Hold on, this translates to restaurants too. If you're out with a group of people and the guy, maybe not next to you, but maybe across from you, a couple seats down, gets what you wanted, could you still get it, or do they? If they're sitting next to you, is it the proximity of where they're at? Proximity. It's like a song.
If you go to use a word, you go, we just said that last lyric. But if you go, we didn't say that word since the first verse, all right, we can say that word again. So if a guy 3 over, yeah, he orders this, yeah, but like right next to, yeah, so anyway, but like, yeah, that's, I don't know. Do you think, what I like to know is, was that even a discussion when the breed came up? Like, should we not, because they have one?
No. Bro, I'm telling you, to live in my head it's torture. It's just a torturous life to like constantly be going, you get the same thing, you did that, constantly. Doesn't shut down. It's terrible.
Well, I know, but it's so enjoyable and it really serves you well, you know? And I mean, I do it much to a lesser extent, but when I think of one, can't wait for the cast to talk to you about it, because 2 days ago, my neighbor is she's a wonderful lady, but she's having a fence redone, like a little part of it. And I go in my backyard where it's connected, and she's not doing it. She hired a guy. Hey, how you doing? He says hi to me. He says, what's your name? I go, I'm Pete. And he goes, nice to meet you, Pete. I'm Joe Dan, right? So I go, Joe Dan, nice to meet you. And then I go, was that 2 names? Or is it one name? And he goes, yeah, no, my first name is Joe. My middle name is Dan, but I go by Joe Dan. I was like, oh, nice to meet you. Now I'm walking away in my head going, you don't get to go by both, okay? Like, I'm only, if you were my friend, I'm calling you Joe from now on. If you got a problem that I'm not adding a Dan, that's your problem, right? Like, what's your middle name, bro?
Joseph.
Sebastian Joseph. If you said you go by all that, I'd be like, hey, you're lucky I don't even hit you with a Seb. Now you want me to do the Joseph? What the fuck? So what you take, does a person have a right to add the middle name and expect you to say that? What? Right?
Well, Joe Dan, I think, is a quick Joe Dan. That's like a name in itself. Joe Dan. It's just it's quick. It's not like Sebastian Joseph. That's long. But I never understood people incorporating their middle name into anything. Yeah. A middle name to me is just like, you could go a lifetime and somebody die and then you get the death card at the wake and you go, I didn't know his fucking name was Frank. Right? Like,
it's the fucking coleslaw when you get a diner, when you go to a diner. Gives a shit about that. It's bullshit. I don't even know what it's for. We're all John. My dad was John. My brother's John. I'm John. My parents are such a fucking John for the boys. So that's the middle name.
I didn't know that. Pete John. Yeah. I've known you for 15 years. I would have known that when you died. His middle name was, I would have went to Jackie. His middle name was John.
Whoa. You're assuming I'm going to die first? I don't know how I feel about that.
God. Heart attack.
Oh shit! If I keep fucking moving myself.
Oh God. Okay. So yeah, and what bothers me even more, and I don't think people have the right to do, don't take your middle name and make it your first name. I know people that do this, right?
Oh, really?
They just go by the middle name. And I never understood that. Some parents call their kids by their middle name. I'm not into that either.
Right.
Not into that.
We just like it more. Well, you should have made it the first fucking name then, if you liked it more.
Yeah. Why? Yeah. Why did you make it the first name?
Right. It's like, you know what? I equate that to in baseball when you bring in a pinch hitter. Aren't we already putting in the best fucking guy we had? Why are we going to put in the guy that couldn't beat out the guy that? Let's just keep going with the guy. Bring in the sucky guy who couldn't start.
Well, can we Google this? Why do we have middle names? What's the purpose?
Is it something with the Catholic? Maybe. I think it's like I always thought it had to do with being Catholic.
Oh, is it a Catholic thing?
But my buddy's Jewish and he's got a middle name, so I guess it's not. Has Lana got a middle name?
Yeah, Lane. Middle names.
Lana Lane.
Lana Lane.
Wow, that's like out of a superhero comic book, right? Then
Or
Lana Lane walked in.
Or a porn star. Middle names often provide clues about family history, especially when they come from a mother's maiden name or another relative. So these names could point out earlier generations. So basically, you got somebody else in the family. It's a bunch of bullshit. Okay, so you're moving. You got the pods in the driveway.
Feels good, dude.
Yeah, this is going to be big. So when are you actually out of the house?
We closed on the house we're buying. The people just moved out, so we got some stuff being done to it before we move in. So we're going to move in about a week and a half. And then this house, I don't know when we're closing on it, but it's that's all we signed and stuff like that. So that's good to go. The appraiser came today right before the cast. Has to walk through the house. I'm literally like, couldn't be any nicer, when I'm like, oh, would you like a cup of coffee? I'm just like, appraise this shit properly. All right? You know what I'm saying? She's a nice lady, though.
I don't get the appraisal process after you agree on a purchase price of the home. This is something that I don't get. So, appraisal, generally speaking, is if you're going to get a loan, the bank wants to know how much the house is worth or how much they're going to give you for the loan based on the price of the home. So let's say your house went for $10 million. Let's say you put it up for $10 million and someone came in, said, I want the house. And we're going to get a loan for $9.5 million to buy it, right? The bank would send out the appraiser and go, we're never going to get our money back on this house if you default. That's why you have the appraiser, right?
Beautifully put for you listeners and viewers out there. Perfect.
It's just, we should slide into what category after that description? That could be business. That could be finance.
I did business and finance. I put it on there. It's clear as day. You explained it perfectly. Correct.
So do they have a loan or are they paying cash? Do we know?
They are very generously have some bread up front. So they're just like sprinkling it at the end with a tiny, not much.
Okay. So
I don't know how personal I can get. But it's not like a deal breaker in any capacity. It was very more of a formality.
So my question with an appraiser is, why don't we send out the appraiser? Why doesn't the appraiser come with the buyer And the appraiser walks through the house and goes, yeah, no, it's worth about, I don't know, 750 grand. And then that's what the buyer pays based on the appraisal value of the home.
I'll do you one better, because I think the appraisal is whatever somebody's willing to pay you for the fucking house. That's what it's worth. Isn't that how it's what anything is worth? Anything is worth what someone's willing to pay for it. And it's that simple. I did hear a guy, turns out they're a married couple doing the appraisal. Very nice people. And he's doing the measurements. They go, we're going to start with the outside. And at one point, he's doing a measurement in the garden. I don't know. You're like me, right? I'm listening because I want to hear if he's going to be like, oh, is that da-da-da? Which is nothing wrong with the house. But I'm like, and as he's reeling in his thing, I hear him go to her, beautiful house. And I'm like, oh, God, we're good. We're good.
I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like a married couple appraising a home.
What's the problem with that?
The marriage is the problem. Like
she's been doing it 15 years. He ended up. That's the beauty of it too. Halfway through, they finished the outside. She sends him with their dog to go get some coffees while she comes and does the inside with photos. She's like, I've been doing this 15 years, 10 without him. We fell in love, got married. So now he does all the measurements for me. It just makes my life so much easier. I'm like, wow, they got a nice setup. They go to work together, happy. Send them off to get coffee.
I don't know. I feel like on the way home, it's an argument. Like married couples, they argue. They it's the sky's blue. No, it's green or whatever, right? They get in the car and then he's gonna go, what do you think? What do you think it's worth? She goes, I don't know, think it's 800 grand. And you go, 800 grand. Look over 600 grand. And now it's an argument, right? Now,
and then she goes, you're saying it's 600 grand because I didn't want to fool around this morning, right? You always got a problem.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I think it's 550. I just said 600. Oh, God. Now my house is dropping in value because their marriage is on the rocks.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, shit. They seem... Listen, I think they're still happy. It's only 5 years in. I said, you don't want these people appraising your home at the 7-year itch kicks in. Holy shit.
When they come, you go, how long you been married? 8 years. Get the fuck out of
here. Oh, shit. Because to your point, too, what happens is then someone who was willing to buy your house, it gets appraised for less. So then they go to you, well, I'm not paying that. The bank said it's worth this. It's like, I don't give a shit what the bank says, all right? Screw the bank. That the bank says. If the bank mattered, that's your point. Then bring the bank in from the beginning.
Oh shit. Let me just tell you where I went over the weekend. I went to Woodstock. I had a show at Woodstock. Okay, I've never been to
Beach. So cool. Jones Beach too.
Jones Beach was cool, but the Woodstock thing, I've never been there. And there's a guy that is a volunteer that was at Woodstock, and he takes people on a tour of the grounds. Okay. Now, let me just start by saying, if Woodstock was today, I would never be at anything like that. That's just, people, God, no. 450,000 people were in a field. And he told me there was not enough porta potties to accommodate the crowd. So what they did was they dug a hole, like a long trench, and people were pissing and shitting in the trench, and then they would fill it back up with dirt and then dig another one. So, if I'm at the concert and I go, excuse me, where's the restroom? And they point to a ditch, I go home. It's over.
Bro, knowing you, they point to a porta potty and you go home. Even one with your name on it and a velvet rope around it, you still go home.
So, and maybe this is just, anybody tells me, and we talked about this in the previous, a tour of anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Unless I want to go on the tour. Like, did I tell you that I went to JAY LENO'S garage? Did I tell you this?
No. Holy shit, man. Cool. No?
I got up one day and I said, you know, Jay's got this amazing collection of cars. And I've never seen it, you know. And it'd be a shame if Jay had passed on and I never got to see that collection, right? So I called him. I said, Jay, if you're at the garage, I'd like to come down and check out your collection. I go, don't make a special trip. If you're just hanging out there, I'd love to come down. Okay, no, come down. So I come down. Bro, my mouth was on the floor. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. Right? I walk in and he goes, this is what you should be driving. Puts me in a 2025, I think it's called Spectre. It's Rolls Royce. He puts me in there. Oh my God, this is beautiful, so luxurious. We're walking around. I go, Jay, is that a tank? He's got like an SUV sized like tank, but it doesn't have the treads on it. It has big wheels on it. He goes, yeah, he goes, I got 2 tanks outside. What? 2 tanks? He's got 2 tanks in the parking lot of where he's got all this shit. It's been burnt by Burbank Airport. So like hangars. And outside he's got the 2 tanks. He's got 2 tanks. He's got the first fire engine for the city of Los Angeles.
Oh my God, man.
He's got a story about every car. So you ask Jay, what is it? Oh, that's a 1963 Chevrolet. Like, I found that in Ohio. A guy was had it in his garage. He was drunk and he's an alcoholic. He never drove the car, and his family had put all these boxes on top of it, and they just said, Jay, we know there's a car underneath there. If you want to come out and check it out, you know, this is how he finds these like kind of relics, and he brings them to the garage and he fixes them up. He's got a fully operational garage where he's got 2 paint to paint the cars. He's got the big, so he could paint a car at this thing. 2 of them he's got.
Holy shit, that's a hobby.
And I'm sitting there walking around going, what's my hobby?
What is it? What is it, man?
And
that's incredible.
Do you need a hobby to become a complete man? Now, we all know you have a hobby.
That can't be my hobby though, bro.
But that's not a hobby.
Not unless I grow it. Yeah, no.
That's not even a hobby if you grow it.
Well, if you make your own wine, same thing, no? Every day you do a little spritzing, clipping. What do you think of hobbies?
Well, the hobby's got to be cool. So other people, when they come over, you show them, and this is the same way I feel about collections. I was doing a bit about collecting stuff, like, so if some like grown man is collecting Star Wars figurines, it's like weird. They got a room and the whole room's got Star Wars all over it, you know, Millennium Falcon and all that. But if you came over and you collect Italian shotguns, geez, where do I sign up, right?
Italian shotguns.
Yeah, I know a guy that collects Italian shotguns, right?
Wow.
That's a cool collection. I want to see that. What's your take on this? You come to my house, right? Let's say you never been to my house. I want to go in my basement and check out my train set. And you walk in and you see a fully operational train set going into a mountain, villages, little people. Right. Weird or wow? What's your take on a train set?
Slightly weird, but way cool, way more interesting to me than the Italian shotgun collection. I could enjoy checking out the train. I really could. But, it's like the problem with a hobby is if I don't like it more than my job, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to do a train set if I'd rather be on stage. Fuck that. So unless am I just collecting shotguns because I'm 70, or like am I into Italian shotguns? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what is it? Is it like, it's got to be something you like a lot?
So I asked Jay. He goes, I like this. I like working with my hands, because he does. He works on cars, right? Works on the engine. He built a car. He goes, there's an appreciation you have when you're on stage making jokes, because you know what it is to work with your hands. So the way he looks at it is like, it's hard work working with your hands, but he really enjoys it. So it gives him more of an appreciation for stand-up, because stand-up to him is just, comes kind of easy. That being said, I came home and I was like, what am I doing? Now, I like to cook. Is cooking a hobby?
Yes.
Is it?
Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is, man. I think so.
I feel like you're cooking because you're eating. You have to eat. So it's like he's working on cars, but he don't need the cars to go around. He's got a car that he uses to go around. So
see, the beauty of being a cook for a hobby is it took you years you've known Jay a long time. It took you years to finally go, I should go check out his cars. People need to eat every day. So it's about cooking for friends and family. You love that. You love to entertain. You don't like people to overstay, and you like it to be your certain way. But I think through the years you would enjoy, take a bite of that. Take a bite of that. What do you think of that? Seems like you like it a lot.
Could you type in, is cooking a hobby? It was very inspirational to see this man's collection. He was nothing but a sweetheart about it. Yes, cooking can definitely be a hobby. Okay, so I stand corrected. It was
so cool, bro.
It was unbelievable. I could not believe the amount of vehicles. He's got motorcycles in there. He's got 160 motorcycles.
Did you bring your boy?
No, I felt like, he was at camp, and I felt like he's got to be a little bit older to appreciate that. Just a bunch of cars to him. Yeah. He doesn't understand. Like we could go to a car lot and it'd be the same thing.
Right.
We could go to Chevrolet and look at all these cars. He doesn't understand yet the appreciation. I think another 2 years I'll take him. But I walked away going, I need a hobby.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, man, I think the cooking thing might be it. I really do. I do. The J thing is really cool. I think my hobby is when I have to have a little home, because I like to tinker. I like to make my house look good. That's a hobby, right? Whatever it is. I don't know. The cast. Good hang, bro.
Good hang. Pete is moving, and I'm getting a hobby. If you learn anything from this podcast today, challenge yourself. If you're unhappy where you're living, get a couple pods and get the hell out of there. And if you're bored and you need something to do to take your mind off your family, your career, and everything going around, get yourself a hobby. We'll see you next week.
Boom.